What is going on, guys? How's everybody doing tonight? This is a crazy video that I'm making today, and it's completely BS. You know, YouTube has really been pissing me off a lot lately. I honestly wanted to make a video titled F YouTube or something like this on the main screen, but I figured it would get demonetized on top of me losing all of my subscribers. Hold on, let me bring up my chat window. One sec, guys. Hold on. Let me, I got the chat window right here. All right, cool. All right, so let's see who we have in the chat. We got like 50 people already in here. You guys are quick. So it takes me losing 10,000 subscribers to pull in about 50 people right away the second I go live. I see how it is, guys. All right, so let's see. Who do we have in here? I'm going to go through some of the messages. Guys, another really cool thing. Oh, we got Will Motivation. What's going on, brother? Donison 707. We got a lot of people in here. Very cool. Yeah, man. So let me kind of just go through the chat, see what you guys are saying. With this new setup, the cool thing is anything you guys say obviously is right on the video screen. So you guys get your 2 minutes of fame also on the videos. People don't actually have to go into the super chat to look at what you guys are typing. So don't be typing some nonsense up in there, you know? All right, so what's up? We got Frank, we got Odd Future, Dan the Mopar Man. We got MDG Collections in the house. Will Motivation, I just saw that video, man. That's really good info. Who else do we have here? We got Slick S550, that Lambo, Reggie Pepin, Off-Road and Chill. All right, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. So anyway, guys, Will Motivation, should I get a Lambo? I love your car already, man. And you know what? I saw Will Motivation made a video talking about should he change the wrap. Your wrap is one of the nicest wraps I've ever seen on the Lambo. But let me ask you a question. Is the Lambo you're asking about, is it faster than the one you have right now? Because the one you have right now is like my dream vehicle. That is, guys, if you don't know who Will Motivation is, go check him out on YouTube. This guy has a Lamborghini. We went to the track at Mod to Fame Fest. He tells me it's his first time at the track. And then he's like, you know, he's not expecting to do that well. And like his first time down the track, he's running 10s. It's an amazing vehicle. Amazing vehicle. So is that new Lambo faster, Will? Let me know in the chat. I know your Lambo was crazy fast. I don't know, you know, what else you could expect from one of these cars. And that wrap is just fire. So anyway, let's see if he responds. But now it would be in addition to, can get a good Gallardo for cheap. Oh, it's in addition to that. So you'd have two Lambos in the garage. Hey, I mean, that would be pretty sick. I mean, I don't know for YouTube if you want to have two Lambos, you know, but hey, I mean, having two Lambos, having one Lambo for me would be a dream come true. Having two would make that garage look ridiculous. If you're getting a great deal on it, then great. Oh, Mod to Fame, he's in the house now too. Thank you, brother. We got $5 from Mod to Fame. Think you've been doing that unless that Gallardo is a twin turbo. You know, you wouldn't consider doing some mods to your Lambo? You should do some mods on that Lambo, man. So anyway, guys, we're talking about, I'm going to show you guys, I want to bring up socialblade.com. I want to bring up socialblade.com because this is ridiculous. This is just absolutely ridiculous what's going on here with YouTube. But actually, hold on, let's just switch over right now. Will Motivation, shout out to Mod to Fame, let's collab again. Yeah, we should all get together, man. Yeah, Will Motivation just lives really far. We should definitely all get back together and, you know, schedule some event as soon as the cold weather is done. Let's go ahead and switch to the other screen. I want to show you guys the nonsense, the BS that YouTube is giving me. Check this out. I'm gonna have to get rid of the chat so you guys can actually read this. Hold on. So not too long ago, this past week, YouTube hits me with this message right here saying on December 13 to 14, you may notice a decrease in your subscriber count because they're removing spam from your channel. Now, one thing you guys got to keep in mind is I've been on YouTube I've been on YouTube since probably around 2010. Now, when I started the channel in 2010, I didn't upload videos, regularly. I probably uploaded 1 or 2 videos, and I never uploaded any more videos after that. And I just had the channel sitting around because, my buddies at work wanted to see what kind of stuff I was doing with my Ford Raptor at the time. And the only thing I can guess, this is a ridiculous, 10,000 subscribers is a huge number for me to lose. But it does make sense though, because sometimes I feel like I'm not getting the views that I should. Let's read some of these chat messages here. Donison, driven _ car club. Yeah, I've been seeing the cars you have in that car club, man. Those are pretty cool cars. But guys, so since my channel's been around since like 2010, I'm guessing in that time, like what, 8-9 years almost, I must have accumulated a lot of accounts that are not active. I know YouTube is getting rid of inactive accounts, spammy type of accounts. This is what it says right here on the thing. They're getting closed accounts and spam accounts. So I'm guessing if people had a YouTube or Google account and they were no longer using it, or they decided to delete the account, that subscriber number would not be removed from your actual YouTube, subscriber count. Now that really sucks. That absolutely sucks. For us as creators, just because, I understand that you're not going to be getting the views because they're dead accounts, but having that number there is good for other things. Meaning YouTube, when you hit certain benchmarks, when you hit certain subscriber count numbers, they give you kind of like these little perks. For example, I think it's like 30 or 50,000 or something like that. They let your viewers sponsor your channel, where viewers get the option of paying like $5 a month, which helps the creator come up with great content and that kind of thing. So now that they all of a sudden just overnight got rid of 10,000 subscribers, to me that's just pure BS. That's pure BS. In my opinion, with all the YouTube algorithm changes, everything going on in YouTube, I think YouTube's going downhill. And I just can't wait for other platforms to compete with YouTube, so that this way YouTube is kind of forced to treat their creators better. Because if YouTube wasn't doing the right thing and eliminating accounts, like if I'm a YouTube viewer and I'm deleting my account today, well then you know what? I should just lose that subscriber count. I should not be losing 10,000 subscribers literally overnight. It almost sounds like YouTube hasn't been doing their job for, I don't know what, 10 years. And now all of a sudden they said, oh, you know what? We have a whole bunch of deleted accounts. Let's go ahead and get rid of them. And now we have video creators losing 10,000 subscribers or more. So those are my thoughts on that. So we could go to Social Blade. Let's go to Social Blade. Social Blade, guys, is a great website. You can look up your favorite video creator and you can see what's going on with them right here. So this is me right here, JMC Rides. Now that I lost 10,000 subscribers, I used to have like a B. I think I was at a B plus or B minus, something like that. But I was at a B. Now I got a D minus. I lost a ridiculous amount of subscribers. Here you'll see where it shows 9,300. I know that the number was 10,000 because a little over a week ago I was at least at 38,000 subscribers. And now we're at 28,000 and change. So let me kind of just go back into your chat messages here. Let me switch screens. Hold on a second. Let me go ahead and just bring the chat back up on the window. And let me see here. No, that doesn't look too good. Let's switch it to the other screen. There we go. That looks better. All right, guys, here we go. Let's go through some of these chat messages here. Mod to Fame, man. Have you modded? Mod to Fame, have you done any of the mods to your engine yet? Let me know. If you're still in the chat, let me know. I'm really curious to know if you've put more power into Cheapo Kitty. Guys, if you don't know who Mod to Fame is, you've probably been under a rock, but go check out Mod to Fame also. We got Mod to Fame in here, MDG Collections, Will Motivation. These are all big video creators, guys. Definitely go. If you're not already subscribed to them, definitely subscribe to them. And also, if you haven't subscribed to me, you better go hit that subscribe button and click that bell icon so you can get notifications. Also, how we doing on the thumbs up? Guys, can we hit the like button? We are up to, we have what, 16 likes right now in the video. We got over 50 people in the chat. Go hit that like. We're not gonna, this chat's not gonna go for too long. I mean, this live stream's not gonna go for too long. Dan the Mopar man says MDG collections not much. Or you guys are just talking to each other here. Let's see what else we got in here. I love this chat. We got Kiet, I can't even pronounce his last name, saying you're about to lose another subscriber because your content is weak. Oh no, you really, you know, I'm really worried. I'm very worried about losing you, buddy. I don't even know how to pronounce your name. Let's see what else we got in here. This is actually so 3 Brick thinks this is actually a good thing. This way your channel doesn't seem dead. I mean, it's good in the sense, you're right. YouTube should have been doing this all along. They should have been, if you had a Google account or YouTube account, or you used to be a viewer and you deleted that Gmail account, they should have just eliminated that subscriber on the spot. They shouldn't have waited years to just all of a sudden, you know, just come in and just wipe out 10,000 subscribers from a video creator. I mean, especially me. I mean, I'm not a big video creator. I only had 38,000 and I went from 38,000 to 28,000. Hold on. Will Motivation says he lost 700 subs. Brother, that's crazy. Okay, I thought you know, I had it bad too. Okay. Mod to Fame says he lost 200 subs. That's crazy. If anybody else in here is a video creator, post up how many subs you've actually lost. All right, we got Adam Ray saying you should get a diesel truck. You know, I definitely still need a third vehicle, and I have not purchased a third vehicle because at the moment there's no vehicle that, I don't know, I can't think of a car at this moment that is out that is worth me getting. There's cars that I want and I know what I want, they just haven't come out yet. And I think these would be vehicles that it would work as a daily driver until I start modifying it. It's not going to be a good daily driver after I'm done modifying it, but I think that there's some exciting vehicles coming out in the next year or two that would be incredible for the channel. MDG Collection says he lost 23 subscribers on his channel. And yes, I mean, Will Motivation saying he's not too worried because he could get more subscribers. And that's the truth. I mean, you know, we get some clowns like Kiet over here. I don't know if you guys could see his message, you know, threatening to unsubscribe. And it's like, do you really think that, you know, that makes a difference to me? Honestly, we create videos on a regular basis. We get new subscribers. If I'm creating content that you're not feeling, well then, you know, keep it moving. I'd rather you keep it moving than be one of the trolls in the comment section just talking nonsense. I'm just telling you guys, you know, how it is. Will Motivation says, get an Audi S6. I don't know. I don't get excited about an Audi. An Audi doesn't get me excited. I like American vehicles. I mean, some of the vehicles, I'll tell you guys right now, some of the vehicles that I'm considering, they're actually 4x4s, some of the vehicles. You know, Jeep Gladiator is on the list. I recently did a review on a 2019 Ford Raptor, and I was drooling. I was drooling over this Raptor. I took it for a drive. The dealership in the back had like a little dirt parking lot, and I was just kind of flying through that parking lot, hit the dirt and stuff like that, hitting all the bumps. The Raptor's an amazing vehicle. And no, the Jeep Wrangler is never going anywhere. You guys know I'm a Jeep guy. I would want to have a Raptor in addition to the Jeep, or maybe even the Gladiator. I don't know, but the problem with the Gladiator is I would need to put a stupid amount of money into it to make it look the way I would like it. Gotta drive an Audi to feel. I've driven an Audi. I don't know if you guys Will, did you ever see that other girl that I had on my channel? Her name was Tamina. She's like the girl that you know, with the big rack. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. So that girl Tamina, she had an Audi. She had a really high-end Audi. I don't remember the model on that Audi that she had, but it was a really high-end model. But I don't get excited about Audis because I don't hear that rumble. You know, there's no rumble. There's no V8 rumble. You know, the Ram Rebel TRX. That's another vehicle that gets me very excited. You know, if that Ram Rebel TRX came out also, that would be an amazing vehicle to have because that's going to compete with the Ford Raptor. Will Motivation, he agrees with, he says, I agree about the S7. I don't like hatchbacks. Yeah. So Mike Nika says, get a Ford F-150 and make video on lifts. I mean, I do like Fords also, but if I was gonna lift it, it would have to be a non-Raptor. Bronco, you see, Adam, that's another vehicle. The new Bronco. My dad used to have an '89 Bronco. It was like the '89 Eddie Bauer Bronco. So I'm also a Bronco fan. I've been off-roading in that. Oh, we got another super chat here from Slick S550. Thank you, brother. What are your thoughts on the JL? Do you feel that it's much better than the JK? I'm not feeling the look. So much technology upgrades are nice. So this is my opinion on the JL. If you don't own a Wrangler, I would get a JL, but I would wait. Because look, we have the new JLs the new JLs came out, and I don't know if you've seen the recalls, but the frame on the new Jeep Wranglers, the welds are all messed up. And there was a lady actually recently on Facebook. She created a post on Facebook saying that she brought her Jeep Wrangler with the bad welds to the dealership, and they told her, no, you know, those welds are good enough. They're okay. And you can clearly see where it's not like a solid weld. And I mean, I would not want to deal with that nonsense. I mean, there's absolutely no reason for such a dumb problem. I mean, Jeep's been creating Wranglers for how many years? How do they create a new JL Wrangler with bad welds? And as far as a comparison difference between the JK and the JL, Slick, what I'm going to be doing is my next off-road trip, I was supposed to do this on the last off-road trip, but I had someone that canceled last minute. But at the moment, I got possibly 2 JL Wranglers that are going to be lifted with 37-inch tires. And you know I got 37-inch tires on my JK, so I'm going to be doing a JK versus JL when I hit the off-road trails in Pennsylvania. So we could see. I mean, as far as capabilities are concerned, everybody that I know who has lifted a JL Wrangler and put 37s on it, they didn't do it the way I did it. The way I did it cost a lot of money because I ended up replacing the axles, axle shafts. I beefed up my Wrangler before I put 37s on there. So I would hope that at least, you know, my chances of breaking down on the trails are going to be a lot more slim. Whereas I feel like a lot of these new guys that are putting 37s on the JL Wrangler, I don't know how their JL Wranglers are going to hold up over time if they actually start going to the trails and do off-roading and they start hitting the gas to go over these obstacles. I would expect that they're going to eventually have some kind of damage on their axles. Let's read some more of these messages you guys have in here. But stay tuned. That next off-road trip is going to be after the holidays. And if anybody wants to join me on that off-road trip, hit me up on Instagram. I also have my Facebook off-road group. I'll add that information is in the description below. So, and I don't even care if you have a Jeep or not. You could come I would love to even have an FJ Cruiser. I know some people don't like FJ Cruisers, but I would do FJ Cruiser versus my JK versus JLs, the JL versus the FJ Cruiser. Just to have some variety when we do these off-road trips. Let's see what else we have here in the chats. Just going through the chats. Dan the Mopar Man. Now that's weird, dude, because I'm looking at your sub count and it's still saying 38,000 subscribers. So what's going on? So Dan the Mopar Man, it depends on where you look. Because if you look on Social Blade, like I just showed you, it shows the loss. When I go into my studio app on my phone, it actually shows the loss of the 10,000 subscribers. I don't know, you're saying, do you see that on my main YouTube page? Let's see. I'm curious. I'm gonna look it up right now. Let me go to my page. What are you using to check the subscriber count? Just checking right now. I'm opening up the web browser. Yeah, on my web browser, it literally shows 28,957 subscribers. So I'm not sure what you're looking at. Whatever you're looking at is probably just not up to date. Thoughts on the new Toyota Supra? I'm not a huge import guy. I mean, I know that the old Supra, you could mod those. Those engines are like a bullet, pretty much bulletproof, and you could get some crazy power out of them. I did take a quick look at the Supra, but you guys know I like big V8s. I definitely like big V8s. And even if I were to get a vehicle like a Supra or something like that, I would have to have my V8 in the driveway. Well, Big Truck Series is in here also. Big Truck, did you lose any subscribers? Because I know you have a lot of subscribers too. By the way, guys, Big Truck Series, he also creates Mopar content and like technology type reviews. I'm planning on doing some of those tech reviews also on my channel. MDG Collection says, John, the new studio is what they are updating frequently. Yeah, but when I literally just went to my YouTube page, youtube.com/2010 SVT Raptor, it shows the correct number. Big Truck says he hasn't lost any subscribers. All right, that's awesome. I mean, I don't know if they haven't gotten to your account yet, because even MDG Collection, even he lost some subscribers. I would have expected, even if you didn't lose a lot of subscribers, I would have expected something for you to lose, because you have a lot of subscribers. And I find it hard to believe that if you're close to 50,000 subscribers, that none of those subscribers have ever been people who are not active or closed accounts. But, you know, let's see what happens. Big Truck, hey, Big Truck, what? I know you have an SRT vehicle, an SRT Jeep, I believe. Do you have any other vehicles besides that? What about a Trackhawk? I think Trackhawk, the Trackhawks, you could get them right now at a really good price. And you can see that on Big Truck's videos. He's always going to the dealership and he's showing, I think they have like 10,000 below MSRP right now. But a Trackhawk, I wouldn't get a Trackhawk personally, just because all the fuss with the Trackhawk as far as YouTube is concerned, it's gone. You're not gonna, I don't think anybody with a Trackhawk at the moment is going to pull in any views. It's not going to generate any YouTube type income. And I already got my wide body Hellcat, which I love. I love and it's because it's a Challenger. It has that old school look, and I'm a huge fan of like those old school cars. Let's see what else you guys are saying here. He's got the Jeep SRT. Oh, you have a Hellcat Charger too. I was just about to say, I don't recall ever seeing you driving that Hellcat Charger in your videos. Maybe we could get MDG Collections to buy that Hellcat Charger off of you. Trackhawk is dead. FCA ruined it. Big Truck, I totally agree. The Trackhawk, how does Jeep come out with a Trackhawk that costs $100,000 and it really just looks like a regular SRT Jeep? That hood, it should have came with like a Demon style hood. That stupid Trackhawk emblem on the back is just whack. It's just the dumbest thing I've ever seen. It would have been cool. They should have just came up with a cooler name for it or something. Really cool emblem. And that hood, I don't know. But if you look at Kevin Van Voorst, his Trackhawk is probably one of the nicest Trackhawks I've seen. You know, he definitely hooked it up. He had the nice hood, the wrap. That Trackhawk, I love the way it looks. And the Trackhawk, obviously, is a really fast vehicle. I just think that for the money, it should look a heck of a lot more aggressive. It just looks like a regular Cherokee to me. All right, MDG Collections is saying, yeah, like I told him at a meet, I almost lost my mind when Big Truck Series drove his Hellcat home in the snow. Yeah, that's not fun. I don't make videos with it because the cops know me. you know, Big Truck, we got a lot of people in the room right now. And, you know, this whole thing going on with Tall Guy car reviews and, you know, who else? We got Paul from Family Cruising and his whole little crew. Yeah, ever since that's been going on, at first I was just kind of laying low. My Hellcat's been in the garage. You know, I don't even know where Mexico is. I think I lost my directions on how to get to Mexico. Things are changing on YouTube, guys. Everything's very different on YouTube. And going forward, camera angles have to be completely different. We got to really protect ourselves as YouTube creators. And yes, it might not be as exciting, but just keep in mind, when we're making videos and we're not giving you those same camera angles that we used to give you, that's the reason why. Big Truck Series, want to do a live phone call, or can we do it so that they can hear it? Yeah, we can do it. Big Truck, let me see. How do I? Big Truck, send me a DM on Instagram. Let me see if I have you on Instagram. I'll send you my cell phone number. I don't know if you have my number. We'll go ahead and we'll put you on we'll do a live with Big Truck right now. Let me see if I have you on IG. Slick S550 says, John, go to Canada. Mexico. I agree, man. You know, Canada is MDG Collection's favorite place. I'm looking you up right now, Big Truck. Let's see. Big Truck. Here we go. We're going to do a live call with Big Truck, guys. 1 sec. Hopefully you guys can hear it all right. Yeah, Canada is going to be Mango392. What's up, guys? He's also another guy with another channel. Guys, go check out Mango392. Damn it, I was leaving. Frankie, thanks a lot, Frankie. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Hey, JMC, what's up?
What's up? All right, so I got you right next to the microphone. Everybody, let me know if you could hear Big Truck all right. Go ahead, man. You got you right next to the mic.
Okay, so basically, your question was about what exactly are YouTubers going to do going forward?
Yes, with this whole Mexico thing, I think it really kind of messes up everybody who has muscle type vehicles, any kind of fast cars. We're all kind of screwed.
Well, honestly, I think because of the fact that a lot of YouTubers had a lot of histrionics about family cruising and about tall guys, I think they've kind of lost perspective. First of all, if you start with family cruising, number one, the real problem that I have is that ultimately what the dealer should have done is they should have never worked on his car in the first place after he violated the warranty. What they should have done was they should have said, we're not going to touch it. And then he could have gone and made his decisions as to how he was going to get it fixed. The entire situation would have never escalated from that point.
But hold on, did you know that that Dodge actually paid for half of his vehicle, I believe, though?
No. But see, here's the problem. The problem I have is he violated his warranty. They should have left it at that. They shouldn't have worked on it. So if they had left it just like that, it would have been, the onus would have been on him to get the thing fixed. And any problems that would have been incurred would have been totally his fault. So the problem that I have is by the dealer working on it out of warranty, what they ultimately did was they caused the situation to escalate, because I really firmly believe that his car malfunctioned because of that bad tune. Because when they put a brand new engine in there without the break-in process, and that engine is being told by the computer to do one thing, but it's not supposed to, I really don't think that they were able to get the original tune out of it. Now, obviously, we don't have proof of that because I don't have a diagnostic computer on his car. His car is gone. But I really think that a lot of this could have been completely avoided if they had just said, okay, you're out of warranty, we're not going to fix your car.
True.
There's nobody to blame. There's nobody to blame at all. And it could have just moved on from that point onwards. Now, as far as tall guy car reviews, the bottom line is this. It's like, I understand that, he has his video cameras and he has his footage, but ultimately, you got to remember, all of these people who are street racing haphazardly in Arizona and Texas and everything, the courts have given those cops carte blanche to do whatever they want to do in order to stop it. So, unfortunately, what's going to happen is, tall guy's going to walk in the court, that cop is going to walk in the court, they're going to look at the cop's record, they're going to look at tall guy's record, and who do you think they're going to go with? Because
You're right.
as far as I know, I've seen at least 10 or 15 videos where he's saying he's being harassed and pulled over by the cops, right? Problem is, when you're in Arizona, those cops are told by the courts to go after these guys. And he's got tags and stuff all over his car saying who he is.
But he got the cop on camera, and he got the cop acting all aggressive on the camera, which is the thing that is in his favor. He also, the cop, to me, it sounds like the cop, if he was racing, it sounds like the cop didn't get him with his speed gun, proving, oh, he was going this fast, or he was doing 90 or 100 miles an hour. And what's the deal with his brother? What about his brother? Hold on, his brother's got charged for tailgating.
Hold on. Before you move on, I want you to remember something. If you watch that video over again, The first thing that cop said was, he said, quote unquote, exhibition of speed.
Yeah.
Exhibition of speed is actually one of those, it's an esoteric law that I always knew existed, but a lot of people don't understand what that means. It means that the cops can ticket you, they can even impound your car for things like burnouts. They can get you for revving your car in traffic. You don't even have to be moving. Because you got to understand, a speeding ticket, you can get a speeding ticket if you're doing 5 miles per hour. You got to understand, those laws, especially in other states, are very esoteric. Now, you're talking about a state where people are notorious for drag racing. So the bottom line is, when that cop goes into court, my guess is he's got a dash cam, and all he's going to do is say, yeah, I saw this, that, and the other. The judge is going to go with him. Because you think about it, if they look at Tall Guy's record, he's gotten how many tickets? He's gotten how many pullovers?
Correct. But the cop also contradicted himself on video. On video, he got charged with exhibition of speed, but then the cop on video said he was street racing.
Well, let me tell you this about myself. Like, it's something I never share with YouTube, right? When I had my Chrysler 300 SRT, I'd gotten pulled over by 2 cops for, what was it? They pulled me over, and they gave, like, what happened was I left a light, and I left it at high speed, right? Like, I basically did a burn off the light, right?
Okay.
When they pulled me over, they checked my car. They had me get out of my car. They checked my car. They gave me a ticket for reckless driving, right?
Wow.
So, because the problem is, exhibition of speed can be whatever the cop says it is. What I'm saying is, even though the guy said exhibition of speed, he can give you a ticket for reckless driving. He can give you a ticket for failure to signal. He can give you... See, a lot of people don't understand the law, especially when you're dealing with these states out there that have carte blanche to go after you for street racing.
Yeah.
And I understand the laws because I have a background with law. So what I'm just saying is, when that cop steps into court, he's going to pull out his dash camera, and even if he doesn't have a dash camera, I want you to think, this is Arizona. The courts are going to take one look at that cop, and they're going to take one look at Corey's record, and they're automatically going to say, nah. It's because you got to understand, cops have the ability to pull you over for speeding without a speed gun. They can say that they directly observed you. If you look at our tickets, even here in New York, I got ticketed on the Meadowbrook Parkway. A cop doesn't have to scan you with a radar. He can say, I directly observed this, and boom, you're caught. Now, okay, some people can say, oh, yeah, it's in his favor that the cop was aggressive and say, yeah, give me your keys, did I stutter?
Yeah.
But the bottom line is, when you're in court, the judge will look at that, and then they'll look at the defendant, and they're going to be like, well, wait, when he told you to give him the keys the first time, did you do it? And then the person is going to say no. He's going to be like, I said, what do you need my keys for? If you watch that video again, frame by frame.
No, I remember that. You're right. Because he said what for or something like that.
And then another thing, and then this is what kills me about people. Another thing, if you got fucking GoPros all over your car, those things are all submissible as evidence. They can confiscate those, and they can use them in court against you. Definitely. I don't understand. Like, I see so many of these guys who are doing 200 miles an hour and fucking 720 McLarens, and they've got GoPros all over their car. It's like, if the cops decide to come after you, they got you. They got you cold.
Yeah, me personally, I actually got a ticket when I had my C7 Z06. I was in Nassau County, and I was driving. I accelerated a little fast, and I had a really loud exhaust system on my Corvette, and I had a radar detector. The cop did not hit me with his speed gun, and I knew he didn't because my radar detector never went off. So he pulls me over, and I used to have the video on the channel, but now I deleted all that stuff. But basically, I got a ticket for failure to obey traffic control device. And I was like, which traffic control device did I fail to obey? He's like, the speed limit sign. It's like, like the way the law is written, it's so broad. And like, I have a lot of friends that are cops. I have another friend, he told me once he had become a police officer. And he told me, he's like, bro, I can literally give a person a ticket for just walking across the street. It's like the way, like I have like so many laws in here that I can literally just come up with something and he could legally be correct. You know, it's just the law is written I almost feel like the law is just written in the favor of, law enforcement, obviously.
Well, there's a lot of cops who don't know the laws very well, or there's a lot of cops who selectively enforce the laws when they feel like it. But the problem is the laws are still there on the books.
Of course.
And let me tell you something else. I was watching a number of videos recently of these guys who had Lamborghinis, and the cops were pulling them over, and they were giving them tickets for modified exhaust. Now, as car guys, we know that their exhausts weren't modified. We know that's how they come.
Yep.
Here's the thing, though. They can literally pull you over, and they can give you a ticket for saying that you have a modified exhaust, even if it's stock and it's too loud.
You're talking about the guy that was from Canada, right?
Yeah, and I watched his video, and I watched a couple of other videos about these guys getting these tickets for modified exhaust. Now, the Hellcat, if you notice, the Hellcat and the Trackhawk, those things, when they come out of the factory, they have relatively muffled exhaust, even though they are still very loud.
Yeah.
And because they're V8s, they have like very deep frequency groans, right? Thing about it is, you cut off anything. If you cut off a catalytic converter, if you cut off a muffler, anything you delete off that car, what you've basically done is you've put yourself in a situation where the cops can give you tickets for illegally modifying your exhaust, even if it's no louder. Because the problem is, you got to remember, these cars are forced to fit into certain emissions profiles. And if you modify that emissions profile, you've just made that car illegal. Because if you really think about it, even like the Demon, they couldn't sell that car with 840 horsepower because it would have never passed emissions.
Yep.
So what they did was they say, after you break it in, you have to bring it back to us, and then we have to give you a factory warranty tune. We change your ECM, we change your this, that, and all that, and the next thing you know, you're okay.
Yeah.
But you can still get pulled over for a modified.
No, they could make up anything, for sure.
An exhibition of speed ticket.
But I mean, see, in that other live stream that I did, I mean, I'm okay with getting pulled over for a loud exhaust or tinted windows, because at the end of the day, those are all violations that don't add points to your license. As long as my license has 0 points, and I'm very proud of that considering all the crazy cars I've had, and I'm okay with having equipment violations because I'll just pay off those tickets. But I don't know. As far as other YouTubers, I mean, what do you think about Street Speed 717? I don't know if you watch his videos, but he's another one that's famous for Mexico. I mean, I even got my Mexico shirt on right now. But Street Speed 717, how has he not ever gotten in any kind of trouble with all his race videos?
Well, understand something. Family Cruising, he's been around for a couple of years. Tall Guy's been around for a couple of years. Even I've been around for a couple of years. You got to understand, the cops have all the evidence they need. It's just that they may choose to come after you depending upon what they feel like doing. Because you got to remember, Family Cruising, he lives in a very small community.
Yeah.
So if the cops there decide, we've had enough of you, they're coming after you, right? Street Speed. If Street Speed makes a mistake and pisses off the wrong person, he's toast. And they've got him. And just because you say you're in Mexico, see what a lot of these YouTubers don't get, just because you're blurring out the license plate, that doesn't mean that they don't have cameras on the highway.
Correct.
That doesn't mean that there's other people who haven't recorded you racing who didn't blur out your license plate.
Yes, dude, that's the thing.
Think about something. Street Speed, how many people in Street Speed's neighborhood have a goddamn McLaren that's lime green?
No, you're right, but look at this. This is the thing. Street Speed, he's very careful about the angles and everything that he chooses to make his videos. He's very good about that. But the thing that I have noticed... No, but hold on. So the thing I noticed is this. When he races someone like, I don't know if it was MotorTube or one of the other guys, he's raced a lot of guys. I've noticed that when you go and watch the same race on the video of the other person's channel, they are not as careful. And you can actually see the street sign where they were racing, and you can figure out where they are because, and that's always been my concern. Whenever I did my racing, I did it like on a closed road, not a public road. I never did anything on a public road. And because I'm very afraid that I can't trust the person I'm racing if they're going to be filming or having people standing around. I see morons that are like on the LIE, on the 495, on the service road where they literally just stop traffic and they have a bunch of cars behind them. And what's to stop anybody with these cars that are right behind you pull out a cell phone and film you about to, do a launch with another vehicle, and you're gonna be toast. You're gonna get locked up.
Dude, let me tell you something. First of all, why is everybody worrying about their license plate when if I look in your back window, you got your fucking Instagram, your Facebook, your email address, your all this shit, your YouTube channel. It's like you've got all of your information on.
I'm not sure if that's admissible in court, though.
All of that, no, listen. If the cops don't decide to come get you on that car, all of that's submissible in court. A lot of people don't want to believe it. Like, I'm looking at some of the comments because I'm watching this on my television, and somebody is telling me, oh, yeah, you should shut up. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the facts. And these guys end up in court, and they don't understand why they're getting railroaded and why they ended up with these huge bail fees. Listen, the cops, all they got to do is know about what time you were racing, and all they got to do is go back to those digital camcorders that they got on the highway, and they will rewind back to that time, and oh, look, right there. It's a McLaren 720S belonging to this guy right here versus this demon belonging to this guy right here. Boom, you're caught.
I don't know. It sucks. No, you're 100% right. Right now, we definitely got to take care of ourselves because as YouTube creators, I mean, I'm glad my channel all started with 4x4s and off-road content. And I have a lot of people who follow me for the off-road stuff. And I'm going to continue to do more of that stuff too. I'll still do Hellcat stuff, but I'm not going to be doing anything stupid that can get me in trouble. And if you look on my channel, there's not a single thing on my channel that, I don't have a single video on my channel that could get me into trouble. I'm going to try and keep it good. And I plan to go to the racetrack as soon as the springtime comes. Keep it legal. I'll be at the racetrack. But at the end of the day, I almost feel like these racetrack videos don't even pull in the kind of views. Like when people make a street racing video on the street, it's like it pulls in views, like stupid views. But at the end of the day, even if you do blur out your plates and you get the right camera angles, and let's just say the cops don't have enough to charge you and you actually get charged in court, but if they charge you and you still get off in court, you still had to pay for an attorney. You're going to spend, who knows, $20,000, $40,000, $50,000 in attorney fees. And look at Paul from Family Cruising. Poor guy lost his job. And depending on how you are financially, if you don't have a big savings, you're going to blow through a lot of your money. You might lose your home. He already had to sell his Viper. So, and even if he gets off and he doesn't get a single charge, he's not going to get a refund on all the money he had to spend with his attorneys. So that's why I'm saying it's not worth it. It's not worth doing it.
No, well, first of all, the whole thing about the illegal street racing, typically a lot of people don't understand. They can actually take your car from you, and you can go through property forfeiture. They can take your car from you, and that happened to a guy. Like I remember in the news, there was a guy who was doing like 200 in a Mustang with a supercharger, and somebody had videotaped it. And they called the cops in this small community, and they took his car. But a lot of people. Some people are mixed on whether they think that somebody turned in Paul Powell. Some people think that his family did it. Some people say the dealer did it. What they don't seem to realize is he was already part of an investigation simply because his car burned down in that field. So they were already investigating this dude.
Yeah, but who investigated him? I think the insurance company might have investigated him, but not the cops. I think someone told the cops, hey, check out Paul from Family Cruising, and then they started their own investigation. Because I'm going to throw it out there. My first Jeep Wrangler went up in flames at Smith Point Beach. I built a brand new Wrangler. I spent like 25 grand in mods, and within my first 6 months of owning it, the whole thing went up in flames. Insurance company did an investigation, and it was obvious that I didn't do it on purpose. Obviously, like I just lost all the money I put into it. But the insurance company runs their own investigation, but I don't think that the cops would have started an investigation unless someone would have brought those videos to, law enforcement's eyes.
Whoa. You're saying would somebody have brought those videos? First of all, I want you to think about the fact that this guy is the only guy in that entire neighborhood who had that car in that color. Yeah. Everybody there knew exactly who he was. So nobody had to bring any videos to the cops' belief. They already knew that those videos were there. The question is, what caused the prosecutor who decided to prosecute him to send the police to get him? And my guess is that if it wasn't that cease and desist order that he had, because the problem was, you got to remember, YouTube, I'm willing to bet, and I don't have proof of it, but I'm willing to bet YouTube forced him to take down that second video that he made after that cease and desist order. Because when they put that cease and desist order, they're not joking.
Oh, yeah.
He came out with a video where he set that thing on fire on camera, right?
I remember that, yeah.
And sure enough, I guessed it to myself. I was like, you know what? 2 or 3 days from now, that video is going to be gone. And I'm pretty sure YouTube probably hit him with a community strike. And he probably didn't say that, but I'm pretty sure YouTube probably hit him with a community strike and forced him to take that video down if they didn't do it themselves.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I think I don't know if YouTube took the video down themselves for him. I don't know. There was a video that I thought YouTube actually took down, and it might have been on behalf of that cease and desist order.
Well, you remember, he made a video where he had literally showed us the entire timeline of the guys at the dealership testing his car and saying it's okay and handed it back to him. And then he was showing us how badly it was idling and this, that, and other. So YouTube forced him to take down that video. Then he came back and put another one up after the cease and desist order. The problem is, a lot of these guys don't seem to get it. It's like they're not playing games with you. If the lawyer sends you a cease and desist letter, you damn sure better cease and desist.
Oh, yeah.
He played it hard. But again, I'll say the whole thing again. If they had never allowed themselves to work on his car after that engine got blown up the first time, this wouldn't have escalated. And that's what they were supposed to do. They were supposed to say, we're not going to work on it.
Yep. Yeah, I mean,
exactly.
And you know how it happened. He supposedly, I think he knew somebody at the dealership, and then the dealership was helping to get Dodge to pay for half of that engine. It was something like that. I don't know. But I mean, and he had a base tune that was loaded onto the vehicle, and he was just kind of doing a data log on the vehicle. But I don't know if the dealership actually really did mess up or not. I mean, the fact that it would go up in flames.
I mean, you got to understand, as a dealership, I guess the reason why they decided to probably work on it was because of who he was and because he had the YouTube channel, and maybe even they were getting like advertisement from his channel because he bought his car from them. But the bottom line is, when you void your warranty by modding your car in that manner, short of the dealer taking out all of his computers and changing everything, the engine, the computers, the fuel lines, short of them doing all of that over again, which would have cost them probably 2 or 3 times as much, they really should not have worked on it. They should have said, no, take this back to your tuner, and he can buy a crate motor from us, and then he can put it in your car. But we're not going to work on it. And had they done that, this would not have escalated that way. Well,
I think that, you remember he had the fuel injectors, right? He had the fuel injectors because his Hellcat was modded. I think that the dealership I'm okay with the dealership repairing it and working on the Hellcat, but I think that the dealership should have just returned everything back to stock, not installed the aftermarket fuel injector, and then this definitely wouldn't have happened, because I believe, according to Paul, the mistake was an error with the installation of the fuel injectors. They never should have installed an aftermarket fuel injector, being that they're the dealership.
Well, here's the problem. You're saying return everything to stock. You know how much that would have cost?
Well, they're rebuilding the motor already. I mean,
but that was just the motor, though.
We're talking about just a pulley. He ordered a new motor.
What I'm saying is, to return that car to stock, you would have had to do the motor, you would have had to do the ECM, the computer, you would have had to do all of that car over again. Like one time, I got bad gas at a gas station, and I got water in my Chrysler SRT, right? They had to pull the entire fuel line out and the fuel pump just to make sure that there was nothing there that was going to keep that car messed up any longer. Yeah. Because my car wouldn't start at all. And they changed that whole thing. It took them like a week. Now, you're talking about somebody whose engine just grenaded itself, and he's got tunes in the computer, so none of that shit was stopped no more.
Yeah,
so,
okay. I would not have done the aftermarket tune. I would not have done the fuel injectors. Like, that's it if I was a dealership, because that would have saved the dealership. I wouldn't have done any of it. I would have told them, no, we're not working on it. I would have just said, no, you voided your warranty. Good luck. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I think that was the case with other dealerships too. I believe other dealerships did shut him down, and that's why he eventually came to this dealership.
Yeah, I would have told them no. And my guess is they figured they could probably make some money off of him, and maybe, he would give them good shout-outs or whatever.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is you can bet that the standard operating procedure from this point going forward for that dealer and most of the other ones are going to be like, yo, if you mod your car, we're not touching it.
Oh, I'm sure nobody's going to want to touch it now. Yeah.
Because you got to understand, these cars, a lot of people think, oh, yeah, well, I'll just buy one of these cars and I'll tune it. It'll be more powerful than a Demon. When you start changing the air and fuel mixtures and shit of a supercharger in a warranted car like this, nah, you've already done messed up.
You're making me nervous, man. I'm about to mod my Hellcat. Come on. You're making me nervous.
Don't do it. You know what I'm saying. Listen, I don't know if you use that car as a daily driver.
No, I don't.
Do not mod that car, because if you void your warranty, you will regret it. I guarantee it.
Well, my plan was, I'm surprised you're saying this because you're part of Team Moveover, and almost everybody in that group has modified cars.
Yeah, and almost everybody in that group, their cars are always having problems. One of the guys on my team, he has a Jeep SRT, his motor blew up. There's another guy on my team, he has one of those, I think he has a Jeep SRT too. He had a problem with his motor blew up. Then you got the other guys, their tires, their wheels, they're always having to change their tires. They're always having some issue somewhere.
Yeah.
So my thing is, listen, if you've got deep pockets, oh yeah, you can mod it all you want because you can afford to fix it. But if this is your daily driver, you don't mod that car.
No. My Hellcat's definitely not my daily driver, and I'm planning on doing a very simple mod. My only mod for my Hellcat, first of all, I'm not the kind of person that's going to go to any mechanic. I'm planning on going to HHP in Delaware because, from what I hear, they're supposed to be the best. And all I'm literally doing is an upper pulley. I'm not going to try and run E85 or race fuel or any of that other nonsense. Just going to do an upper pulley, and that's it. Nothing crazy. That should be a really basic mod. That's a very common mod in the Hellcat world. I think it gets crazier once you start doing E85 and race fuel, and you start probably running into other bigger issues. That's just what I think.
Well, no, listen, you can put any mod in your car that you want, but the problem is if you're going to void your warranty, if anything goes wrong with it, you're liable.
Correct. Definitely.
Also, I want you to also keep in mind, in this case, his car's set on fire. If something goes wrong with that car, you're liable for it because ultimately the dealers want to wash their hands of liability.
No, your insurance company would pay for it though. Your insurance, even if my car's modded,
insurance companies don't want to pay.
Well, at least on my Jeep Wrangler, when it went up in flames, had like 25 grand in mods, and Geico, they just paid it out. They investigated, they saw that there was nothing fishy going on, and they paid out the entire, they just paid the value of the vehicle.
Well, some insurance companies ask you up front when you're getting your premium, and they'll ask you, excuse me, have you modded this car to increase the engine power by like 15% or something?
Yeah.
And you have to answer yes. And if you answer yes, they're going to ask you, well, what mods are in there? Because they have to know how much they're planning on insuring and whether or not it's worth it. Like if you're one of these people who has like a rim kit, or you've got like aftermarket fender flares and all that stuff on it, if any of your cars, if you get hit, they got to fix all that. So the thing about it is sometimes they'll cover it if they know about it from the very beginning, but a lot of times they won't. And it'll really, really depend because sometimes it's just too high of a risk.
No, you're right.
It also depends where you live.
Well, what happened, look, when I after that first Jeep burned, I bought a new Jeep. And my new Jeep has a heck of a lot more money than the first one. And my biggest problem was trying to get an insurance company that would try and cover me for modifications. Like I have over 30 grand in modifications on my Jeep. And I couldn't find, back then when I had Geico actually covered some of the modifications. Now they said that in New York State, in other states, they cover it. But in New York State, there's so much fraud. The insurance company said that Geico will no longer do it. None of the insurance companies, Allstate won't cover it. They won't cover any of my mods. If my car was ever stolen or anything ever happened to it, they will pay me the value of my Jeep, and I would literally lose the 30 grand in mods. That's the reason why you see me in my house with guns, cameras. I got every smart camera you can imagine in my. You go to my mailbox, and I already know you're at the mailbox because my phone gives me a pop-up with a notification letting me know that somebody's already standing there. And I have to be crazy like this because I got to protect my vehicles like it's a person, like it's a baby, because I can't even insure it. There's only one insurance company that was willing to insure it, and they wanted to literally charge me like double my insurance premium. It was like something ridiculous. Back when I had Geico, they insured some of the modifications, and it was literally like an extra $100 every 6 months. It was like a joke. But I guess they've had so many issues in New York that they no longer offer that in New York. They still offer it in other states though. So this
you're absolutely right. It depends upon where you live. Depending upon where you live, like if you live in one of these low population states where car theft is like low and car fraud is low, yeah, it's probably not that big of a deal. But here in New York, like I've had guys tell me, like if I want new tires, that all I got to do is let them steal the tires and the rims off my car, and then I can call it into insurance. And I was like, fuck that, I'm not doing that shit.
Nah, you don't want that on your record too, because with Polo Family Cruising, all that stuff came to light. Now they said that back in the day, I don't know how many years ago, this was not the first vehicle that he had an insurance claim on. I think he had another vehicle that also caught on fire, and now they were saying, oh, you know, they're suspecting that there was some foul play on his vehicle. There was something along those lines.
They used to call that they used to call it Jewish lightning.
Oh yeah.
They actually had a term for that shit.
Yeah, I don't know. It's all I know is Geico doesn't even want me back. Like I went to Geico with my new Jeep to try and get an insurance after what happened with my first Jeep. They just wanted to charge me a ridiculous premium, so I was forced to change to a different insurance provider. You know, it's like I try not to have any claims. Even if someone vandalizes my car or does something stupid, it's not worth putting in the claim because your insurance rates just go through the roof.
Well, I mean, you know, first of all, it's gonna first of all, it's coming out of your pocket. Money's coming out of your pocket. If anything happens to your car, it's gonna be a big shit with the insurance company. And then if anything happens that they won't cover, now it's even more money out of your pocket. So in my opinion, it's a risk. It's a huge risk. But back to the original question. My thing is like these YouTubers who are trying, because you gotta understand, you go to these YouTube car meets now, everybody's showing up with their camera, everybody's trying to Instagram something, everybody's trying to YouTube something, they're trying to get at that YouTube money. And the problem is a lot of people are arrogant and they will do stupid shit for views. And if anything happens, the cops automatically they start their investigation and they're coming after you. You know, and that's what it is. Driving
your Hellcat in the snow is what he thinks caused the damage on his car. And I feel bad for him because it happened, because I know what he's trying to do. Like, no Hellcat owner is going to take their Hellcat out in the snow. The only reason why he was doing it is because he's a YouTube creator and he was trying to give good content for YouTube. But now it cost him a motor and cost him a whole bunch of other stuff too, which sucks. Now, hopefully it works out.
I mean, and it's a shame because, like, some people just don't understand the consequences of like doing crazy shit with these cars. Yeah. Like these cars, one of the things that I've learned, because I've had like 8 of these cars, it's like one of the things I've learned, it's like if you get into any accidents with these cars, you totally unbalance that car. If you modify that car and anything happens to it, it's like that car is never the way it used to be when it was stock. Yeah. And it's like the dealers, if they're not on your side, they're not going to replace half that stuff. Yeah. So my thing is, it's like just, you know, my thing is, it's like, try to be happy with what you got. But if you're going to modify your car for YouTube, you're basically putting all that risk on yourself. Yeah. And, I mean, certain things are cool. But when it comes to dealing with your powertrain, like your transmission, your engine and shit, you don't touch that stuff.
Well, that's the thing. It's just everybody's trying to, everybody's trying to shoot for, like, the stars with YouTube because they see people like Street Speed, vehicle versions that become, like, overnight millionaires pretty much doing YouTube. And they, you got guys just pouring money into their vehicles. They're breaking down their vehicles. And at the end of the day, this YouTube thing doesn't generate that much income. It really doesn't. I mean, not enough for you to, void your warranty on your motor, your transmission. I'm modifying my car because before YouTube even existed, I had crazy sports cars and I've always modified my cars. And, these are my weekend toys. I'm planning on getting a third vehicle to be my daily driver. And if one of these cars break down, then I'll pay to get it fixed if I have to. But to do it just for YouTube views, I think it's kind of stupid, honestly.
No, but you know, you said it yourself. It's like the problem is they see like these big successful guys on YouTube, and they want to be like them.
Yeah.
So they think that it's as easy as getting themselves a car and modifying it to be a race car and then racing on the street. When in actuality, I mean, you take a look at some of these YouTubers, it's like they've lost more because of YouTube than they've earned.
Yeah.
You know?
If they would have done this back in the day, it was a different story. Back in the day when YouTube first started, like I regret back in 2010, I had my first video was like a Ford Raptor video, I believe. And it just started spreading all over the place. And I started pulling in subscribers. And back then, if I would have known that YouTube one day was going to make money, I would have just kept uploading videos on a regular basis. And by now, who knows? They probably have 1 million subscribers. But I literally just uploaded a video here and there, and I wasn't consistent. I had no idea that you could even make money on YouTube. I never uploaded my first video with the idea of making money. But back then, you could have gotten away with it. Cops probably wouldn't have been on you either because YouTube was so new. And I think a lot of the channels that blew up, they already blew up. And the new guys that are trying to blow up, they're getting themselves arrested trying to blow up. They're going to lose their house.
Yeah.
You know, but anyway, this live stream's been going on for a little bit over an hour. Guys, we've had Big Truck Series on the line. Go check out his YouTube channel. I'll also, after the live stream is over, I'm going to put a link to his YouTube channel so you guys can definitely subscribe.
By the way, yo, JMC, why didn't you come to Toys for Tots today? You missed the Lamborghini SVJ.
It was raining outside today.
Yeah, but they were still there. Did you see the video that I just put up?
No, I haven't. I've been on here for a little over an hour, so now I'll check it out after the live stream. Was it good?
Oh, okay.
I'll check it out.
Oh yeah, they had a couple of hot cars. Like they had a 720 Mansory and they had the SVJ there. That's all I really went there to see was the SVJ.
I'm surprised that with the rain that you have cars like that showing up. Like my Hellcat doesn't really know what rain is.
It was in a garage.
Okay.
It was in a collision auto body garage.
Hey, what dealership were you at? On your previous video, I saw you were like on a rooftop.
Westbury.
Damn, I didn't know Westbury had such a good selection of cars like that.
Yeah, and you think that they would know better than to be able to show you that they have a good selection of cars. Westbury keeps all their top choice stuff on the top of the roof. And even security, they keep most of their best stuff all the way in the back. It's like you don't even know they got it.
So I went to Security Dodge, actually, I don't know, a couple months ago, because I was trying to like show some of their cars. And I had no idea that that's the same dealership you go to. And when I was there, one of their salespeople told me, oh yeah, we got this guy that comes in. He's like real tall, big dude that comes in from YouTube also. I'm like, is he talking about Big Truck? It's got to be him. I don't know anybody else in Long Island that does that. But I had no, I had no idea.
They've mentioned you before. They've mentioned you before to me, in fact. But I bought my Jeep from them.
Okay.
I bought my Jeep SRT from them.
Gotcha.
And also, a lot of people don't know it because the thing about it is they don't understand why I go to the dealerships like I go to. But the thing about it is, you probably know. I don't know if you ever saw it, but I have a connection in Dubai. And what they do is they buy cars from me. They buy them resale, right?
Okay.
So the thing about it is I had sold them a couple of Demons. It's like what I do is I troll these dealership lots and find out if they have any really good new products. And then I take pictures of them and I send them to my guy in Dubai. So if he likes what he sees and he gets a client for him, then he'll get a shipping crate and then he'll have me just buy the car and then I ship it over there and then I get like a little fee off.
So are you actually buying it yourself and selling it to them, yourself, or you have the dealership basically sell it to them and the dealership cuts you a check?
Dealership sells it to me and I ship it to them.
Gotcha. That's nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, so basically I visit all the dealerships because a lot of their new stuff, they don't post it on the website right away. So the problem is, when they get stuff that's brand new, I like to try to jump in there and try to get it before anybody else sees it.
Yeah, I mean, not for nothing. So you must be buying a lot of cars. You know, when you buy a car, do these dealerships hook you up? Because I feel like a lot of dealerships in New York, I don't know, a lot of them want to charge sticker price or they go over sticker like the Demon. I tried buying a Demon at first, and thank God I didn't get it. I'm actually happy I didn't get the Demon. But I had a dealership trying to charge me $150,000 for a Demon. and they said, yeah, if you buy this demon, we'll sell it for like 150, 160, but you also are going to get the original demon with it also. Some nonsense like that. I was like, get the hell out of here, man.
If you factory ordered your demon, or if you had factory ordered your red eye, you would have gotten an ad sticker like I did. Now, the thing about it is, I have a dealership right near me, and he's trying to get $180,000 for a demon right now. And I'm like, nah, my connection's not willing to pay that, but they'd rather do like 150. They're not willing to do no 180. But he figured that since I had bought some before at over sticker, he figured that he could just say 180. Yeah. I'm like, 180 is crazy, you know, but if, you know, the thing about it is there's always somebody out there who wants one bad enough, and they're a collector and they're rich, you know, so that's just what it is.
But I went to the dealership literally when they still weren't even taking orders for the demon. And I went to the dealership the same day that the wide body Hellcats, that you could order it. The wide body Hellcat was available to order before the demon. And right before I placed the order on the demon, I told them, guys, would you sell me a demon at sticker price? If I order it right now, I'll put a deposit down, and whenever the ordering banks open up, you just place my order. They came to me with that nonsense of like 160,000. And after that, I'm like, you know what? I bought that Hellcat, but going forward, the next time I buy a vehicle, I'm going to check outside of New York State just to see if I could get a good deal. Because even on my Hellcat, I paid sticker price because it was like the latest and greatest thing. So, you know, sticker price is considered a good price for some of these dealerships. They're like, you know, they think their mentality is, you're lucky we're not charging you over sticker.
Right. East Hills Chrysler, when the Trackhawk was about to come out, I went to East Hills Chrysler with my checkbook, and I was going to be like, yeah, I want to get a Trackhawk. I want to do the, how much is it for the, how much is it for the deposit? Fucking bastard told me $30,000 over sticker. So I was like, yeah, forget it, and I'm out of here, right? So then I went over to security, I think almost the same day, because that was after they had unlocked the ordering for those things, right?
Yeah.
The dude at security told me $10,000. And then when I told him there's no way in hell I'm going to pay over sticker for this thing, he dropped it down. Like, he was looking at the floor and everything. He dropped it down to like $5,000. And I was like, nah, man, that's ridiculous. So now it actually brings joy to my heart to watch those things sitting on the lot and they can't sell them. Yeah. Now they're losing way more money on them than if they just sold me the damn thing in sticker.
Oh, they deserve it for being greedy, you know, because honestly, paying over sticker for any car, you're throwing money in the garbage. I mean, the demon was an exception. If you could have got a demon for $5,000 over sticker, that's not too bad. But in the majority of the time, no car is worth paying over sticker. It's just not worth it.
No car is worth paying over sticker, because the problem is these things you're driving them, they're depreciating assets.
Yeah.
None of these things are worth over sticker.
Definitely. All right, man, let's go ahead. We're going to wrap up this live stream. We're at 1 hour and 10 minutes. Guys, Big Truck Series, he's been on the phone here. Go check out his YouTube channel. I'm going to put a link in the description below, right at the top, so you can go check out his channel and subscribe. Thanks a lot for joining in on this live stream, man. We should definitely do it again.
Yeah, I had a great time, bro.
All right, brother. Later. Good night. All right, guys, if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Click the little bell icon so you can sign up for notifications. If you enjoyed this style of live stream, let me know. We got the chat on the screen. Everybody's seeing what you're saying. I haven't been keeping track of everything you guys have been saying, so hopefully you guys haven't been getting out of control in the chats, but I don't know. That's a good question. If you guys start saying crazy stuff in the chats, will YouTube demonetize me? I don't know. We're going to find out. Thank you, everybody. And we're going to end this live stream. Have a good night, guys.